good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bull City Hangout 12/7. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. With Bull City Hangout, basically, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and then I invite you to click on that link on the Facebook page, and then join me on camera, shoot the breeze, share information, etc. All righty, let's start with the school tools page. Free lunches are available. A courtesy of Durham Public Schools, and also Durham County has a program called Eat and See. There are all kinds of different places where you can pick up free lunches for your young kids, young folks ages 18 and under. They don't have to be DPS students, they just have to be Durhamites. So check that out on the school tools page. All right, and now I'm going to tell you about Duke Homestead. Duke Homestead has added some online classes that all teachers can add to their curriculum. Let's see, let me tell you about these classes. They have live interactions available, so they're not just simply webinars. So let me just tell you the classes. Work and Play, Life on a 19th Century Farm, that's K through 5. Exploring Artifacts at Duke Homestead, that's 2nd through 6th grade. Tobacco Factories and Durham, 6th through 8th grades, and also American History 1 and 2, and North Carolina Labor History through Tobacco, 6th through 8th grades also, American History 1 and 2. And then also for the preschoolers up to 2nd grade, Christmas Traditions and Celebrations. Check this out by reading about it on the School Tools page. All right, now the Word page, that's the nonprofit and government information page. As always, I do like to mention the city's Water Hardship Fund for those who have fallen behind in their water bill and need help. Read about all of these on the Word page, okay? And then also read about DSS. They have a couple of programs that you need to know about. The LEAP program, that stands for Low Income Energy Assistance Program, where you can get help with your heating bill, okay? And then also you need to know about the HOME program, Housing Opportunity and Prevention of Evictions program. Read about these on the Word page, and if you need help, get that help. Colleen, thank you. A good link to local history. Speaking of local history, it was really poignant. I was hanging out with Colleen and Randall Haithcock. Was that just yesterday? 2 days ago? 2 days ago. The time is just all a blur for me. I'm sorry. But anyway, we were hanging out and exploring this area on Scott King Road where they're going to be building a new school. So we were documenting the old homesteads that had burned down. A black farmer had a homestead there since the 1940s. And basically, Colleen and Randall, I really love their passion. They want the people who will be attending the school and working at the school to know, and also the people across the street. I think it's called Lions Farms. It's a beautiful, beautiful homes, basically. She wants them to know that they're building on, not that it's wrong, but she just wants them to know that they're building on land that was just yesterday. Thanks, Colleen. Like I said, it's all a blur. Colleen and Randall just want people to know that they're building and living and working on land that was owned by Black farmers. Very often what happens, people kind of obliterate old history and white history as well, also Black Native American history. And then they sometimes turn around and say, well, these people didn't do anything, not realizing that they're living and working on land that was worked and just being the homes of people who just came before them. That's all I just want to say. Anyway, thanks to Colleen and Randall. That was really fun. We took pictures, did a couple little videos. So let's see what happens with this. I would like to see if somehow Colleen can maybe work with a teacher or two and put together like a little class curriculum webinar or something like that. Because I think it's really, really kind of exciting to see how people used to live back in the day. Okay, back to Bull City Hangout. And Colleen, feel free to click on the link and join me if you like. All righty. Let's see, I was telling you about the HOPE program, told you about that. Oh, yes, sign up in advance. Let me just tell you about this. Okay, wait a minute. Where is it? Durham Parks and Recreation. Durham Parks and, there it is. So this is way in advance, but I have to tell you now because DPR's events get they fill up fast, really fast. So on the 19th, that's a Saturday, there's going to be 3 laser light shows for the holidays. It's called Bull City Holidays with a Z. Okay, so 3 showings, 5:30, 7:30, and 9:30. So basically, you will be in your car in Durham County Memorial Stadium enjoying a beautiful holiday laser light show. But you have to sign up in advance because you know it's going to fill up. You just know it. So you need 1 ticket per vehicle. Read about that on the word page of the Durham Skywriter. All right. Let's see. I think SCORE has something going on. SCORE is Service Corps of Retired Executives. They know everything there is to know about business and jobs and entrepreneurship, etc. They have these free workshops. So I think they're having something tomorrow. Let's see. Yes, the 5-step marketing strategy during a pandemic. That's going to be tomorrow, starting at 1 o'clock. You do have to sign up in advance, and that is why I'm telling you about it right now. All righty. So it's again on the word page. Scroll down to SCORE. Okay, let's go to the To Your Health page. And of course, I have the COVID-19 information for you, where to get free tests. And let me tell you where you can get a free test today, courtesy of OptumServe Health Services. So Monday, J.J. Henderson Tower until 4:30, Oldham Towers until 4:30. You don't have to live there, but that's where the tests are being administered. And they're free, by the way. Now, tomorrow you can go to El Centro Hispano, 10 to 6, McDougall Terrace, 9 to 4:30, and Oxford Manor, 9 to 4:30. Read about this on the health page. All righty. Oh, and also it's time to sign up. It is the 7th, isn't it? Yes, it is time to sign up for the next round of mental wellness and emotional support group talks. Everything's confidential, but it's a wonderful way to just talk about problems, give tips, share information, share feelings. It's really wonderful, and it's hosted by Nakikia Wilson, MHSA, and Dr. Shauna Williams, clinical NP of mental health. There you go. So read about that on the health page. All righty, let's quickly go to, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes. So Colleen said we had a wonderful day and using Randall's phone to connect. Okay, and Patricia White, hello. Welcome to the show. Absolutely. Again, click on the link and join me if you like. No problem. And I did put the link, didn't I? Yes, the link is right there in the chat. All righty, let's go to the, let's see, where are we? Let's go to the senior page, Senior Scope. Now, what's really nice is that the Durham Center for Senior Life, they know that we've lost connections in many ways, so they have a daily member check-in. And that's on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Wait, do I have this right? I think it's 9 o'clock on weekdays. There it is. So read about that on the senior page. And then also, we have an event coming up. Let's see. Yes, tomorrow from 11 until noon, self-care during the holidays. So register for that. Excuse me for one quick second. Guy Cook is here. Let me just wipe my nose real quick. It is fall after all. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. All righty. Whew. So glad this is a casual and not very formal show. All right. Let's see. Where was I? So that was the Senior Scope page. I think I finished with that. Okay, and now let's go to the legal page, Legalese. City Council's meeting today, and I will be posting the agenda as soon as this show is over. They will be meeting from 7 until 10, so be sure to check that out if you'd like to. You can watch them via their website, Twitter, Facebook, Roku, Channel 8 on cable. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can watch the City Council meeting. I think that's it for Senior Scope. I'm sorry, Legalese. There's one more thing for Legalese. Legal Aid NC, they have on Monday something called Home, and that is housing on Monday evening, where they talk about what you want to talk about regarding housing, including evictions. I know there's a real eviction scare, so be sure to talk about that if you'd like to and learn about different ways that they can help. Okay, they can help you for free, so be sure to watch that. That's going to be from 4 until 5 this afternoon. Go to the Legal Ease page to read about that. Now, let's go to the Let's Go page, the last page that we will be visiting. There's a couple of things I want to tell you about. New Visions of Africa restaurant. They'll be giving away free meals today from 3 until 6. Warm meals, by the way. Be sure to wear a mask, and they will ask your first name, basically, for their records. No strings attached. Also, okay, I told you about Home. Okay, a special swearing-in celebration with Nita. They'll be held today from 5 until 6. Basically, Nita Alam is the first Muslim woman to be sworn in to serve North Carolina State, the state of North Carolina. So although the official swearing in, of course, you couldn't attend via on the internet, still you can watch a re-recording of this historic event, and you can sign up to get your ticket for this Facebook Live event by going to the Let's Go page. Also, the African dance class, it's held by Tony Hall and Ivy Birch. It's going to be online. They're going to be at the Hayti Heritage Center, and they will be live streaming it on probably Zoom, but in any case, it will be online, and you can participate. The weekly fee is $5. You just pay from week to week, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be from 6:30 until 7:30. Also, now this is really, really cute. Young people ages 13 to 19 are invited by Durham County Library to participate in the So You Think You Can Cook Teen Cook-Along series. I think that is awesome. So today at 6:30, they will be making sugar cookies on Zoom. I mean, you can actually register and take part and cook along with the instructor this evening at 6:30. And that should be really, really fun. All right, so sign up for that. And I do hope that they give the instructions for what you need in terms of ingredients. So that would really come in handy. So read about that on the Let's Go page and find out. And Tachi, hello, hello, hello. If you'd like to join me, you can. Let's see, any other comments? Yeah, welcome everybody to Bull City Hangout. Okay. Also, if you'd like to line dance, Marva's Fun can help you with that. From 7 until 8, she has a free beginner's line dance class. I don't know if there are any new line dances, but she knows them all for sure. It's going to be from 7 until 8. It's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be fun. Also, speaking of dance, Erica Vinson from the Empower Dance Studio and the LGBTQ Center of Durham, they're co-hosting a virtual 90s cardio funk dance party. That should be super fun. 7:30 until 8:30. Pay whatever you like, whatever you can, via Cash App or whatever. Go to the Let's Go page and learn about that. Again, that's 7:30 to 8:30. So maybe what you might want to do, let's see, go to the beginner's line dance class and then maybe drop in late, or just go to one class one week and the other class the following week and alternate. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. All right, I want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. Okay, now tomorrow, Durham County Sheriff, of course, they have their rabies vaccination clinic. You do have to call, make an appointment, pay $10 exact change to get your dog or cat vaccinated for rabies, because that is not something you want to get. And Tachi, yes, it does sound like these are all fun. Durham's a fun town. What can I say? Now, also tomorrow at noon, from noon until 1, the Nehemiah Christian Center will be giving away free bag lunches to people in need. And also, New Visions of Africa restaurant at 12:30 will have their grocery giveaway. And we're talking serious groceries. I know from personal experience that we're talking about real food and good food. Try to get there as close to noon as you can, because there's going to be a line. Also, have your sense of humor intact and your sense of patience. But some people, I'm not gonna say they're acting up, but you know, some people are desperate. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it on the line here. These are really tough times. Even though I'm smiling, I can definitely let you know that some people out here, I don't have to tell you, yeah, they're going through hard times. Oh, there's one more event. Oh, wait. One more event. Now, I was told that the last NC Works Career Center drive-through hiring event was a couple of weeks ago, but I saw on Facebook, if it's on Facebook, it must be true, or at least must be checked out. Durham Public Schools says here that they're hosting a drive-through hiring event at NC Works right around the block from me on Briggs Avenue tomorrow from 1 until 3. Here's the thing. They are hiring part-time custodians, that's janitors, bus drivers, bus monitors, maintenance staff, substitute teachers, and cafeteria workers. Okay, so be sure to check out their Facebook page. The link is right there on the Let's Go page. Do not miss an opportunity to get a good part-time job with Durham Public Schools. Read about that on Let's Go. And let me know if you get hired. That would be awesome. Crystal, oh my God. Crystal did it up yesterday. I just have to let you know. Crystal Myrick is the proprietor, publisher of the Warrenton. I'm at a loss for words. Correct me, Crystal. She's in Warrenton, North Carolina. Please type that out because she did a super duper Christmas holiday event on Facebook. And I don't know, my mind, I'm pulling a blank. You know, I'm Warrenist. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. The Warrenist. Check out the Warrenist Facebook page because Crystal had a 2-hour Christmas special and it was off the chain. I had to invite the Warrentonites that I know, Mark Lee, his dad, Jim Lee, the great artist, and also Howard Burchett. And I think Mark was able to check it out. The Warrenist. I know, Crystal. Please forgive me. When you're on camera, sometimes your mind goes kind of, ooh. So anybody can join me on camera. I see Guy Cook is waiting. Let me tell you about the weather real quick. It says that it's 37 and cloudy, but I just went out in just like this with my sweatshirt. It doesn't feel like it's that cold, but it's 37. It's going up to 39. I think it's because it's so cloudy and so wet out. It somehow feels warmer. So anyway, it's going all the way up to 39. And then tomorrow it's going up to 48. Okay, and it's going to be sunny. Let me check the rest of the week though, because I'm not really ready for cold weather, but there it is. So let's see. It's going to start raining in a half hour. Okay. So 48 tomorrow, 55. Thank you. Wednesday. 60. See, that's what I'm talking about. 61 Thursday and Friday. Yes. 64 Saturday. Yes, indeed. And 63 Sunday. I'm trying not to gloat because I know Guy Cook lives in Washington State. So let's see what's going on with Guy. And again, any and all of you can join me. So let's see what's new in Walla Walla, Washington with Guy R. Cook from the Guy R. Cook Report. One podcast you need to check out if you have a website. Guy, what's new? New glasses.
Yes.
Nice.
Guys learned a valuable lesson. Take your glasses off completely when you're putting your t-shirt on. And that's what happened to my old glasses. They just snagged on one corner. Okay. I've been doing it for years, but it just snagged on one corner. And that's why you didn't see me on Saturday. Saturday's when I did it. And then the world comes apart. My dad, who was vision impaired, he had some old, like 400 time magnifier glasses, I guess, so he could fish or something. But you could only do stuff real close. So I was having to lean in like this close to the monitor to see the computer. So it wasn't a good thing. But I'm sharing a screen with you. See that?
Okay. Well, wait, one more thing about glasses,
Okay.
because I actually wear glasses. I don't put on my glasses until I'm ready to leave the house if I have to drive. But my glasses had gotten a bit loose there. And so when I would bend over, like to tie my shoes, whatever, they'd fall right off my face. I was able to fix them. I went on YouTube, and you can actually have you very carefully with the heat gun. You heat the bridge, and then you very carefully bend it so that it fits your face better.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because the first time that happened, I took it all the way down Highway 55 to the place where I got my glasses, and I saw that that's what they did, except they had a official looking, device.
Right.
Oh, and Tachi's saying hello to you.
Hi, Chachi.
As is Patricia White saying hello. In fact, let me put up other people. Oh, Evelyn Jones Hightower. I missed. Okay, I didn't see your comment. Hello, hello, hello. Who else is here? Because we saw Tachi. Colleen is here saying that she's using her husband Randall's phone. And I think that's it. And again, everybody's welcome to join. I can accommodate 9 guests. So just, you might say, oh, darn, Guy beat me to it. Hey, like I said.
Well, it's that thirst for
I'm using StreamYard. So let me remove this last comment. So again, so you want me to click on the
screen I'm sharing is going to give you an excuse to spend $15.
Armstrong. Okay. What is this?
This is called curiositystream.com. It's a new live streaming channel. Commercial free documentaries. And I paid, because of the sale that's going on with Firefox browser, I paid $14.99 for a year. I get unlimited documentaries for 12 months. And I messed with it a little bit and found out, yes, I can add it to my Roku channel store.
Really?
Go to Roku and I can get it on the Roku, so I can watch it on the big TV. I'm pretty excited about it.
Wait, hold it. You have Roku. This might be free on Roku. You might have been able to get it.
You got to pay.
Oh, okay.
It's pay to play. They got to pay bills. I don't think $15 a year is going to break me.
Oh yeah, it's not a lot.
I mean, the normal price is $20 a year. I could even afford to do $20 a year. I mean, this is a documentary that's shown in the background.
Neil Armstrong, right?
Yeah, that's Harrison Ford is narrating something about Neil Armstrong. Cool. I'm kind of curious to see that.
What other kind of documentaries and things do they have?
I just now got it set up. The newest editions you can see. Let me go into the browser, and they've got down here on the bottom. I'll scroll down a little bit.
This might be good for homeschoolers. Well, I guess most of the kids are homeschooled.
Okay, and everybody knows about Braveheart, but do you know about After Braveheart?
I don't even know about Braveheart.
Okay, well, he was a guy in Scotland back in the olden days.
Okay.
Richard the Lionhearted.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know about that.
The Secret of Marie Antoinette.
Let them eat cake.
That's her.
Okay.
Live the Stream. That's the story of Joe, somebody that's fishing.
Okay.
Who Took Johnny? I don't know what that's about. Nature and Environment, Ancient History and Dinosaurs.
So they're classes and documentaries then.
They're all documentaries. They're no classes.
Oh, okay.
Unsolved Mystery and Crime. My wife will eat that up.
Okay.
Food and Adventure. Oh, speaking of food, you know how
storm chasers. That's wild. I know a storm chaser.
Oh, a real one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing that.
Cool. Okay.
So that was my morning's extravagance, $15. That's like 30% of my budget for the week.
Well, I love documentaries of all kinds.
Yeah, I thought it was a great thing, and so I'm really looking forward to it. If you go to curiositystream.com, I put the link there in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
And and sign up,
Let me grab
your
that.
email address and use a cryptic password.
Okay, let me add that. There you go, curiositystream.com. I will definitely check that out.
Yeah, for $15. I mean, if I use it for 1 week, I'll get my money's worth.
There you go.
Talk about an educational binge event. There you have
For
it.
sure, for sure.
Let's see, what else am I doing?
What's the weather doing in Washington State?
It's the same.
It's probably the same as yeah. That's what I figured.
We're having a high today of 39.
Okay.
Tomorrow will be a seeming scorcher of 54.
Oh, you're going to beat us because we're only getting 48. That's okay. It's not
a contest, but I guess in terms of if I had to beat somebody, it'd be Durham. Got whooped.
Cool. Okay.
And then the rest of the week, the high won't be out of the 40s. We'll never hit 50 the rest of this week.
Okay.
It's going to be 40-something.
Well, that's cool.
So it's not good. Not good.
What about, are the leaves beautiful right now?
The leaves are gone.
They're all gone pretty much?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've already had that blast of color. The windstorm came.
Okay. We still have, I'm still, actually, most of the leaves around here are still green. There's a little gold. There's a little bit of gold, a little tiny touch of red.
Yours are going to be getting the
But it hasn't really been cold yet. Yeah. I mean, this is our first 30-degree day probably of the year.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
We went in the 20s, and at night it's been real brisk. But speaking of leaves, I saw the coolest thing. You know what the big tractor front loader looks like, right? It's got a big scoop on the front.
Oh, yeah.
Digging ditches and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I saw one the other day by the senior center. They were picking up leaves, but instead of it being a scoop that scoops up like this, it was like jaws that go together like this. And they were grabbing big, huge piles of leaves.
That's wild.
And taking them to this truck and dumping them in the truck.
Well, twice a year here in Durham, you're allowed to have big furniture and big items in front of your house to be picked up. And they come with this dinosaur looking like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's probably the same thing. And I love it. It just picks it up and just puts it in the truck.
That's a video you should make. I mean,
that would be fun.
Kids would love it. They would say,
You're absolutely right. I mean, I saw it across the street. They threw away some furniture across the street a couple of months ago. And of course, I heard the noise and ran out to see what it was. It didn't occur to me to videotape anything.
And there's a small native town on the coast called 𝗕𝗓𝗓. The Indians live there. And once a year, downtown, they have one of those big, huge containers, and they dump and throw away stuff. This wooden chair, which I think we still got it, was something that was just thrown away. There's nothing wrong with the chair. They just didn't want it anymore.
Just tired of it, I guess.
So I grabbed it. I got home. I said, this will be the chair that you can put plants on.
There you go.
And then Darlene, who's pretty crafty, she got busy with the paintbrush and pimped it out. And, it looks cool now. It looks.
Never expected to hear you say that word.
What?
Pimped it, that phrase, pimped it out.
Oh, yeah.
That's so urban.
The granddaughter's most recent holiday picture, she's taken lots of pictures. Steven's really good. But the other day, he posted on Facebook, does anybody know where I can get a toy chainsaw? I thought, toy chainsaw?
That sounds kind of cute.
What does he need a toy chainsaw for? Because he's got a baby girl, right? She's like 7 months old. She doesn't have any use for a chainsaw. But she did. He also went and got a little plastic car. You know those little pedal cars they got?
Like, sure.
Like play school kind of size.
Yeah.
He's got, her name is Zuzu. He's got her sitting in the plastic car with a little tiny Christmas tree on top of the car, like she just cut it. The toy chainsaw leaning against the car, and she's just grinning away. She's a perfect.
She got her own Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, and so
that is adorable.
then after he did that, he posted on Facebook, "Hey, I'll leave this toy chainsaw in the car out in the front yard if you want to bring your kids by to get another picture."
That would be cute. How
And so I
generous.
said, if we could get up there and get the dogs in the car, all three of them.
The dogs?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because we've got little dogs, like a little
Mhm.
Yorkie and a long-haired Chihuahua, and
That would be
our
cute.
big dog is Chewy, and he's a Jack Russell, which is like half the size of a Cocker Spaniel. Okay, maybe 2/3, and that would have been the grand picture. But the problem is that they would have given us up, because as soon as one of them whimpered or yelped or anything, Steven's two dogs would have alerted him to the fact, hey, there's somebody out in their yard.
Yeah.
Because they would just went woof, woof, woof like crazy, like ours do.
I do like the idea of people bringing their kids by for, one thing I want to mention for Durhamites, the American Tobacco Campus seems to be the place to take holiday pictures, because as you know, Duke Gardens is closed until this is over, I guess. But boy, they have it decked out. Free parking. Okay, that's the place to go. If you want to take pictures with your kitties and your pets or whatever, that's the place. It's free admission. It's free parking. They have all kinds of different little places you can go and pose for pictures. They have little Christmas trees. They've got it all. American Tobacco Campus. Go there and make your annual Christmas photo there. You don't have to pay a cent. And also, I see models there with their photographers. In fact, I was there taking with a photo op with a young lady who wanted her pictures taken for her birthday. And boy, you would not believe the activities in American Tobacco Campus. So go there. I think they're open until dark, and they have the holiday music playing and everything. So yeah, be sure to go there. They also have like this little river flowing. They have a train there. The train was closed when we were there. I don't know if you could really go inside, but they do have a little train there, and they have a little river going off on the side. You know, it's great. So be sure to check that out. Okay, back to you, Guy.
Yes. I know you don't like me to share tech, but
I do. I just don't like for it to be too technical.
Okay. Well, I won't do the technical part. I'll do the easy part. Okay. One of the projects that I manage is US Route 6, which is at one time was the longest contiguous highway from coast to coast. It ran from Long Beach, California, out. You know how Massachusetts goes out in a little curl on the end?
Okay.
And that's Provincetown on the end. Okay.
We need your help. What's going on there?
Because we cover 14 states and over 600 communities, there's a lot of little towns that when the interstate system happened, right, then the little towns got forgotten and they dwindled down. And so some of them don't have a website that I can find. So the campaign I started this morning is to get people in those areas to send me the link to the Facebook page, to the Historical Society page, to the school page, whatever still exists for that community, and then we'll put them into our website. And the nice thing about it is it's free. Oh, we're not charging them.
And this is to help them in what way?
Say again?
This is to help them in what way?
Well, we're all about preserving history and the American way and blah, 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 like that. It's a pretty route6tour.com is a pretty popular website because of the fact that we have so many different events and photo contests, history. If I get those two.
So when it comes to this old, so they were bypassed by the larger highways, right? So can you still take little cute historical tours on Route 6, or is it just totally shut down?
Interesting. Some of them have published itineraries, like when you come to our town, do this and this and this and this, right?
Mhm.
Like a little tour. Like
Mhm.
we're famous for the largest man-made swimming pool in America. That's in Nebraska someplace, I think it is.
Oh,
And
how
a
big
guy,
is it?
went nuts with a shovel and dug a huge pool. And
Okay.
it's still number one. So an interesting thing in that you mentioned about travel,
Mhm.
this morning on LinkedIn, they were talking about what's the future of travel, and they're making predictions.
Good question.
Like we're going to have this and this and this, and this is going to change, and this will be the new way we do things, so forth. So I posted up on LinkedIn, what's your prediction? Let the Durham Skywriter know what your prediction about the future of travel is going to be. Do you think that your town is going to be off the map for so long, for so many people, that it's never going to come back? Or do you think that this is all going to be over with eventually? Or
Interesting. That
are
you
you
asked
doing
that.
a virtual thing? Like sometimes, like the pages of the Skywriter, you can see there's many, many, many events that are
Mhm.
happening virtual. I
Yeah.
mean, just if you'd have went to somebody 2 years ago and said there's going to be virtual line dancing someday,
Yeah.
you'd have went, why?
They say you can't line dance online.
That's crazy
Apparently,
talk.
you can.
Yeah. So there you have it.
People are doing theater online. There's a theater troupe here in North Carolina. They put on a Christmas Carol. I had them on Saturday.
Yeah.
So they're doing theater online. So why not? But one thing about Durham, though, they're still building whole communities in Durham. I don't know who these people are, where they're coming from, but boy, oh boy, people are moving into Durham like crazy.
Well,
I mean, it's
I
ridiculous.
think I know why.
I suppose they're all older people.
Well, that and
Because
there's a
I have yet to see any of these big houses to be built on land that has like huge yards and things that you would expect families,
right.
little dinkies.
Well, isn't Duke
So,
University right there in Durham? Isn't
oh
Duke
yeah.
part of that triangle of technology that
Mhm.
exists?
Mhm.
Well,
For sure.
that's why people are moving there, because there's going to be jobs, especially if the future, like we're just talking about the future
Maybe.
of travel and how many people are going to have to learn to do things
Hmm.
differently.
Hmm.
I know a grandmother here where I live, and she goes every day to her son's house
Hmm.
to make sure that the grandkids stay on the computer and do the distance learning stuff
Oh,
they have.
good. Okay. They're lucky to have them.
And so it's going over her head, I'm sure, because
Hmm.
she's not.
She might be learning some stuff too, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hmm.
She's picked up a few pearls out of that oyster.
But you're right. I mean, there's jobs. One good thing about Durham, as compared to other cities that I've heard about in Durham that aren't faring as well, is that our economy is quite diverse. We have tech, we have medicine, we have education, we have what else do we have? So much. And a huge entrepreneurial base also. And the history of a lot of Black entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're getting, now that we have new neighbors who are speaking Spanish, they're showing that they're quite the entrepreneurs themselves. So,
Well,
yeah.
one question that came to mind when you posted the other day when I said, "Hey, let's go do that coding thing," and you said, "No, I'm surveying farmland." For how's that project coming?
Actually, you probably missed earlier in the show when I was saying hi to Colleen Haithcock and her husband Randall.
Right.
They were surveying, I think is the correct word to use, I suppose, this land that was owned by a Black farming family or a Black gentleman, at least. I don't know how large his family was. But anyway, this land is going to be used as the site for a new public school here in Durham.
Right. I remember some days ago you
Right.
talked about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we were doing. Yesterday was the very last day that regular folks could tread on that land because the contractors are going to do their thing starting today. I suppose they're out there now.
Now, I remember, wasn't there like a rock wall, or am I thinking of something?
Yeah, a
Yeah, the
beautiful.
rock wall, and you're going to keep that, or what's the the plan
I
for that?
think Colleen and Randall were saying that some of the stones from the house burned down. Okay, but of
Okay.
course the
This
bricks
is
and
the
the
foundation, right?
right. So the bricks and stones are still there, and they're beautiful, beautifully made. And the chimney is rising up. You can see it was a 2-story home.
Uh-huh.
And so I think they want to incorporate some of the bricks and stones and the landscaping. And so what Colleen is saying that they're doing volunteer archaeology documentation, basically.
Ah, there we go.
Driven
That sounds a lot better
completely.
than surveying, doesn't it?
Well,
Sounds like,
they were measuring
yeah,
and taking
right.
pictures. I call that surveying.
Oh, well,
But
documentation, that makes
and
sense.
they're driven strictly by passion and just love of history.
Now, is
So
Colleen a surveyor by trade? Is that how she came to
I
be a
honestly,
measurement person?
I
Or
have known Colleen and Randall for years. I never really asked them what their about
well,
their past dossier,
let
so
me
to
scoot
speak.
over so she could come on
But
camera.
but yeah, they're both members of Northeast Creek, and basically they are experts in noting where the creek runs and where it forks off into, I think it's called Third Fork or something. There's different creeks that are all kind of related
Right.
here in Durham, and they are able to document where it goes, where it meets with different tributaries, et cetera, et cetera. And they're really fun to talk to because this is a whole different thing for me. I don't know much about nature and rocks and water and that kind of
And
stuff. And
caribou, you didn't know
it's
about
I
caribou.
certainly don't know about caribou. So
Yeah.
it's fun to hang out with them and to learn, basically.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What a learning
So it
experience.
says Randall was a professional historic
Oh, so
preservationist.
is
Okay,
Randall's job then, was he kind of like an archivist then?
he probably was because he has all these tools and things for
That's a
measuring
word
and
I learned way back when, in the olden days in Washington State. The Cook family was a prime example of pioneer life in the Yakima Valley.
mhm.
They moved to Yakima and had a house and had a boarding house before Yakima was built. They were what's now called Union Gap is where Yakima used to be.
Okay,
And then about 13 miles away, where the river came through, the railroad said, well, this is where we're going to put the tracks, guys. So you're going to have to move the town.
move the
So,
town.
yeah, in the 1850s, how do you move a town? I saw pictures.
I
They
don't know.
waited till the winter time, because it gets so cold here.
Yeah.
The ground is frozen like a bullet, hard as a rock.
Mhm.
They got these big, huge logs. I don't know how they lifted up the buildings. Big, huge logs, and they set the buildings on those skids like a sled, okay?
Yeah.
And they got oxen in front, and they drug them.
Wow.
And that's way back when in the olden days.
Wow.
The family had the first boarding house. So if anybody had a pioneer that was in Washington State, they probably paid some dues at the rent dues
Mhm.
at that boarding house that my family had way back then.
That's pretty wild.
This is
I've seen houses being moved here in Durham when we were all forced to move from our old neighborhood when they built the new dorm for North Carolina Central University. And I saw some houses, and they would take this big forklift looking thing and
yeah,
jam it. The houses that had basements, they would kind of dig under there and then like just make this hole and just like boom, go under the house and then lift it up and
yeah.
then move it down the street. It's
The
pretty wild.
the guy that's sitting in this chair used to work for a house mover years ago in Walla Walla.
Oh, okay.
When I was young enough to do it, I could know where I know how to do it, but I
Mhm.
couldn't handle it.
Mhm.
The way we did it is you crawled under the house. There's a crawl space under each house.
Mhm.
They would knock holes in the foundation big enough for the timbers to slide through.
Exactly what I described.
Okay.
They're
And
still
these
doing it
big,
that way.
huge
Mhm.
timbers, they're probably maybe 18, 24 inches square,
Mhm.
long enough to go clear under the house. And then we would, at first, dig a hole under the timber,
Mm-hmm.
and take hydraulic jacks, like the big 20-ton jacks.
Okay.
And we jack that timber up, and
They
as we
still do
went
it that
higher
way.
and higher,
Mm-hmm.
then we would take timbers and crib it up.
Mm-hmm.
In the instance where there was a house with a full basement, like
Mm-hmm.
you just described,
Yeah.
we would think Lincoln logs.
Yeah.
Okay, we would take like railroad ties and crisscross stack up
Mm-hmm.
to where we could then put the jack on top of that top
Okay.
stack and raise it up even more to get the wheels underneath. Just to
So, okay. And basically, sure.
Yeah.
Basically, that's how they did it here in Durham, except that the big difference was instead of logs, they had a forklift type machine thingy to jam in that hole and raise.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a huge statement by Colleen. Let's see. I don't think I can put this on the screen. It's so huge. But basically, she's saying our intent is to publish both on our website, post to the official archaeology number, and allow the library, et cetera, to have the records of our historical data.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have artifacts from the native people in this area, and the Herndon family, who was the original land grant owner, is still available to research history. We do this because water, streams, and lakes help determine development, and development affects water quality, etc. Ooh, thank you, Colleen. Yeah.
Second. My wife misplaced her phone, and she just knocked on the door and says, "Could you call my phone?" My son one time bought me a little beeper thing with a hand remote so he could find the TV remote. I was always looking, where did the remote go? And so I said, well, this is great, but what happens,
She found it. Okay.
what
Actually,
happens
check
when I
this out.
lose that device?
This is my
Yeah.
remote. This is a hot glued on hanger thing.
Yeah.
So it's on the table leg of my kitchen table.
Okay.
So I never lose my remotes. I just hang it up on the kitchen there's a hook that's hot glued to the table of
That'll work.
to the leg of my kitchen table. Then
Absolutely.
there you go. Boom. And speaking of phones, I had a friend named Sylvester who first time he had a cell phone. This is decades ago. And he lost his phone and
Not
found
really decades, not that long ago. Because cell phones
90s, or whenever cell phones first
Yeah.
came out.
when they were big, like a shoebox size, you
And
had to use two hands to hold them.
3 weeks later, when he did his laundry, that's when he found his phone.
Oh no! Before laundry or after?
Try to before. Thank goodness, before.
Okay. Because that's when you have to get. I didn't know this, but if your phone gets wet, if you put it in rice will draw the moisture out of the phone.
That's what I hear. Is that true?
I've never drowned my phone to find out.
I've heard of people putting in a bowl of rice and putting it in the freezer.
I haven't heard about the freezer, but I have heard about the rice.
Mm-hmm.
And people that I know that have done it are pretty techie people, so it must be true.
But one thing you shouldn't do is to turn it off, because I heard that turning it back on can fry the circuits.
Oh,
so don't turn it off. Just leave it as is. Put it in a bowl of rice for however many days.
yeah.
And see if that works. But don't turn it off, because that can be bad news.
Oh, she just said, "Guy, I do that all the time." You do what all the time?
Probably lose her phone.
Oh,
probably.
That's a good guess.
She's like most of us.
Yeah, because 9:48 was when she posted that. So yeah, that's about here and now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to go and hook up the big TV to
CuriosityStream.com
and enjoy some documentaries.
Okay.
Because what happens here in Washington State, She Who Lost Her Phone also has a show she watches. Like it's her morning talk show. At 11 o'clock, to keep our marriage intact, I have permission, I guess you'd say, to watch whatever. Or sometimes she'll stay in the front room instead of going in the craft room and doing craft stuff. And and watch what I'm watching. Oh, speaking of craft stuff,
Okay.
a couple years ago, she got the shapes, snowflake shapes that were like 12 inches across. Great
Yeah.
big, huge, real thin boards at the
Mhm.
Dollar Tree for $1 a piece.
Nice.
And so the other day, she had the urge to get some more. Well, I don't know if they've got those. So I went down and asked them. No, I called Dollar Tree World Headquarters. No, we
Wow.
don't have those available.
Oh, that's too
They're-
bad.
because many times is the case, Dollar Tree will have something just like one time and then
Yeah.
it's gone.
You can always also check DollarTree.com, and you can order stuff directly from
Yeah.
from Dollar Tree in bulk also.
So what Guy did,
Hmm.
I went to images.google.com,
Okay. Images.google.com. Okay.
right? Searched for snowflake images.
Hmm.
And I got all these outlines
There you
of
go.
snowflake shapes that can be cut out of wood.
Hmm.
Blew them up to 8 inches because my printer's regular paper, 8.5 by 11, standard computer paper, and made them 8 inches. Then next goal is to blow those up from 8-inch size to 12-inch size, trace them out on wood, and then yours truly, because he's got all the tools in the world,
Okay.
will cut them out into wood snowflakes.
Nice.
You know what wood snowflakes sell for?
Probably a lot, because I can imagine you
more
can put
than $1.
because you can put glue on them, then put glitter.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's lots of stuff you can do with them. When I looked them up, like at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and all those different places, they were $8 or $9 a piece for a 12-inch wooden snowflake. So
that's a moneymaker.
I'm thinking, but
So
then
go to
because everybody,
images.google.com, find the snowflakes, cut them, trace them out, print them out, trace them on lightweight, I guess wood, balsa wood or whatever.
Door skin. You know how your inside doors are hollow, right?
Yeah.
Well, that laminate piece of wood they put on each side of the door to cover it,
okay,
is referred to in the shop as door skin. That's
You
what
write
they
that down.
skin the doors with.
Okay.
And it's real thin, lightweight, not balsa wood, but it's probably the lightest weight thin plywood that you could get.
Nice.
And that's why it's nice for those projects. It's
Nice.
not expensive as buying like oak or something, you know.
You can wrap lights. You can wrap those battery operated $1 that you can get from Dollar Tree lights around them, or you can spray them white, or actually you can spray them silver too, because
well, we'll probably
spray paint comes in silver.
Base. We'll put all of them. We'll get a base coat put on, and then Darlene's famous for painting pictures.
Okay.
And she's already had me save granddaughter pictures. We got 2 of them. We'll have a third one is on the way. And she's going to take those photographs.
Yeah.
And then you can put a filter on those on the computer to make just the edges show up, just the lines.
Okay. Okay.
And then she'll probably pimp that right a little bit, put fuller lines in or whatever.
Okay, I can see
that's
that.
Gonna be cool. Yeah, she's done.
I'm expecting
people's houses and then she'll take a big, maybe 2 feet long by 8 inches tall, 10 inches tall piece of wood, and paint their house on it, and that's a cool Christmas present. Yeah,
there you go. I'm expecting to see some listings for snowflakes for sale on Facebook after our little discussion.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be.
Why not? It's a moneymaker. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm all for people being entrepreneurial.
There's those people that have a side hustle, and maybe you want to evolve from being a toy maker to being a snowflake maker. But no.
Hey, you know what?
Hey,
I live.
I didn't say it yet.
I live less than a mile from Lowe's, or at least a mile from Lowe's. I'm just saying.
Computer.
Uh-oh.
Tell me a joke.
Oh no.
What's a nose's favorite sport? Well, it's not running.
Oh, that's bad.
That was bad.
That's not one you can send the kids to school with. Sorry about
That
that.
was hilarious.
And sometimes I get a groaner, and sometimes I
That's
get.
a groaner.
Oh my God. We won't repeat that one.
Well, thanks for dropping by, Guy. I'm going to go on about my business. In fact, I'm going to make 2 pancakes. I haven't had breakfast yet, so it's
Are they
pancake
going to be in the shape of snowflakes or just regular?
Just regular round pancakes. But I use that good quality, expensive maple syrup, the real stuff, the grade A or whatever grade it is.
Yeah. Darlene's native, and the chocolate. Good. One of the benefits or perks that you get for being a member of the Choctaw tribe is you will be diabetic when you get older. It's just that they're genetic. I don't know anybody that's not
quite the downer on the day. I did see a documentary about diabetes with Native Americans.
And so we get the sugar-free syrup, but we get what is it? Is it Mrs. Butterworth? It's a good name brand, but it's sugar-free. It's pretty good.
Okay.
And to not have to have too many items in the cupboard, like this is Guy's syrup, and this is Darlene's syrup. It's like I learned a long time ago when I ordered coffee from the coffee stand. You get lattes. Just get a sugar-free latte. You won't know the difference, right? Because I used to try to drink. Okay, I'll put a pink straw in Darlene's and no, we're not going to do that.
Oh, that's very husbandly of you.
Yeah. But it was driving me nuts. So I finally just bit the bullet and said, it'd be a lot easier if I just get all of them sugar-free. Then I'll never get them mixed up, ever.
There you go.
Yeah.
And with that, I will probably see you tomorrow, the next day, or another day, or whatever. Hope you enjoy your day, Guy.
Well, I got plans.
Because it's early for you. It's not even noon yet for you.
Oh, no, it's just coming up on, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Got to go.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Adios. Take care, buddy. Goodbye, everybody else. Good luck on the phone calling.
Absolutely. All right. So if anybody else wants to join, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I'll just go on with my day. Share this show out, especially if you are a Durhamite, so that people can know how to get help here in Durham, how to give help in Durham, and just to find out about the events. And of course, the teen cook-along, the sugar cookie. When is that? Oh, shoot, I have to look it up. The sugar cookies, the Durham County Library, when is that going to be? That is going to be, I think I have it here somewhere. Yes, 6:30. That's going to be so cute. So like I said, the young folks can bake sugar cookies at 6:30 this evening. Register in advance. And I do hope that they list the ingredients so that you can be ready. But we'll see. All righty. Thank you, Tachi. Oh, and Colleen, yes, I will enjoy, because like I said, I use that good stuff. I mean, sometimes you just have to say, I'm going for the quality stuff. I know it's going to cost $7 per bottle, but sometimes you just have to do that. You have to spend the money and get what you really, really want. I'm just saying. And thank you, Tachi. Hope you have a great day as well in Florida. Let's see. If it's 39 here in Durham, I suppose it's probably 59 in Florida. I don't know. But anyway, we have a beautiful day. I do this every day at noon, so be sure to come back. Also, I do this on Saturdays at 10, and when things pick up, I'll have a Sunday show as well, I'm sure. So if you have any suggestions for future shows, also for articles in Durham Skywriter, of course, if you want to advertise in Skywriter, it would be awesome as well. With that, have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow at noon. Ciao for now.